The top quarterback in the 2025 cycle, Bryce Underwood, has decided to go to LSU. We'll talk about it next. Before we jump in to talk about who Bryce Underwood is and why this is a massive win for LSU, hit the like and subscribe button. We're trying to get to 3,000 subs. We don't have the support of CBS, NBC, ESPN. It's just you guys. If you like the content that we're doing here at Campus to Canton, please hit that like and subscribe button so we can get to those 3,000 subs. So let's talk a little bit about Bryce Underwood and why this is a massive, massive win for Brian Kelly. He is the top quarterback and the top player in the 2025 cycle. However, we believe here at Campus to Canton, if he was in this class, he'd be the easy number one quarterback prospect, even over one Dylan Raiola. He has all the arm talent in the world. He can challenge all three levels of the field. Incredible accuracy. Last year, 65% completion percentage in high school for Belleville in Michigan. He followed that up again as a junior, doing the exact same thing. He technically could even be listed as a 2026 quarterback prospect because of his age, a 67% completion percentage last year. All right, folks, that is incredible. In Michigan, 4,000 passing yards, or 3,000 passing yards last season. I apologize. With 40 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He is going to be the number one quarterback, number one player, as I mentioned, in the 2025 class. Not only just a pure arm talent, rushing talent as well, 642 rushing yards last year with 8 touchdowns. I mean, this is a kid that could come into college football and demand respect as not only the number one pick for us in our supplemental freshman drafts, but talking about as an easy number one pick in the NFL. Like, this is how talented this kid is, and he chose LSU. Belleville. Go ahead.
Matthew, the story here isn't the school that he committed to. The story here is the school that he did not commit to. Now, those who've been following us for any length of time, you know that I'm from Michigan. 2001 to 2005, I went to Michigan camp every single year. Ernest Shazar, Braylon Edwards, Pierre Woods, Tim Biakabatuk, Chris Perry, some of my favorite players of all time. This is the second time in a row now, actually third if you include the two with Dante Moore, where Michigan hasn't gotten the in-house, the in-state 5-star prospect. That is the story here, is that Jim Harbaugh could not land this kid predictably, because kids nowadays, they want to win the Heisman. They want to win the Davey O'Brien Award. They want to win the Biletnikoff Award. And Michigan just doesn't run an offense that suits those types of statistics. The story here is that Jim Harbaugh, in my opinion, strikes out again with Bryce Underwood, who went to school, 45 minutes away from Ann Arbor's campus. If you look at Michigan's recruiting the last couple of years, yes, I know that Michigan is in the national championship, but Jim Harbaugh is projected to lead. If you're talking about building a foundation, it starts with those stars, with those 5 stars. 2024 class, number 15 in the country. That's terrible compared to Alabama, Ohio State, those schools that you want to be competing with. 2023, 17. 2022, 9. Fine. 2021, 13. They are not recruiting on the level of these other big-time programs, including their in-state, their main rival in Ohio State. And you have to be able to recruit to the level of those programs if you're going to be on the level of those programs for years to come. Jump in the comments all you want to, Michigan fans. I do not care. I've been cheering for this team for a very long time. Met Charles Woodson in 1998 at Reggie McKenzie Camp in Detroit. This is a loss for Michigan. Don't get Dante Moore when he commits to Oregon and then goes to UCLA. Dante Moore jumps in the transfer portal. You don't get him that time either, and now you don't get Bryce Underwood. We always knew that recruiting, you recruit your home state first, and then you branch out from there. When you have these players, these types of players growing up playing football in your backyard, you have to land them. Michigan didn't. The story here is not that he committed to LSU. The story here is that predictably he did not commit to Michigan. If you are a Michigan fan, you have to take this as a loss. You have to recognize that you have to land these types of players. And Jim Harbaugh has had a history now of not being able to get the fish on the hook.
Yeah, it's got to be embarrassing for Michigan to end on a high note He is 27-1 in his high school career, back-to-back national or state champion for Michigan. I mean, this kid is going to be absolutely so much fun to watch. Props to LSU for being able to go all the way up into Michigan and steal him out of Harbaugh's backyard. We'll talk to you guys again soon.